Hello, welcome to another race commentary video. We're still driving IMSA, and this time we are at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Don't know the track too well. I've driven it maybe 6 years ago. I haven't driven it since then because I did have a long break. But we're back. I had to learn the track a little bit more. We're not in a huge field of GT3 cars today. There's not that many. I did manage to get third.
45 minutes.
So the session's just about to start rolling. I've tried to leave. I'm going to leave the crew chief on for this race just to see how it goes, because sometimes he says some pretty cool stuff. Sometimes he says complete nonsense, but we'll see how it works with this replay. So as you can see, the GTEs.
Stay behind the safety car.
GTEs have just started to move away. The GT3s, for some reason, we didn't leave a gap, which is not great. So I'm in third. First is up ahead. Second is on my left. The outlap is super short here. Last week at Road America.
Be ready. Schmidt is now retired. Green, green, green. 2 litres left.
Little bit tight on the left. We've just about enough room. Let's try the TV cam. So, yeah, like I said, Road America, you have to do a whole outlap, which takes about 5 minutes on Road America. So it's really nice actually just to start 2 corners before the race starts. So it's pretty nice. Coming into turn 2. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we have a bit of a crash up ahead. We'll check this out. Who is that crashing over there? Alex having a bad time. So what happened here? It looks like a guy got up. It looks like it looks like the nose of the other Porsche just got underneath him on the side. Oh, he broke pretty late. Oh, no, he just about held it, and then right, there you go. See you later. Yep. I think his car's probably toast. Did he drive this? This can't be drivable. It looks fine. So we did slot back into third where we qualified. A little bit of pressure from the guy behind. I don't know if you guys have never raced Mid-Ohio. It's a pretty weird circuit. It's quite unique. There's lots of. The second section is all very twisty. Actually, sector 1 is pretty straightforward, but sector 2 and 3 is very twisty. I think there's 3 sectors. No, there's 4. Anyway, the first, like, turn 1, 2, 3 is pretty simple, but it's very twisty, and there's lots of over the crest, blind corners. It is quite tricky, but once you get it down, I feel like it's hard to get a whole lap tied up. It can be quite tricky. Oh, here we go. It's got a bit of action coming up ahead. Car crashed out on the left back, on the right back there. Was it this guy? Oh no, it's the Porsche. What happened here? He just. Oh, wow, that's not the racing line, right? Let's have a look. What happens? Oh, back end goes out. He almost held it, but he just kept his foot in a bit too hard, and then boom, there you go. Your car is bent. Alright, back on board with me.
Alright, Luke, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make a mistake.
Come on, we're on lap 2. Pretty tricky corner. You can ride the hell out of that curb as well. Doesn't matter if you ride that curb. 4th is right behind. 5th's got this dude who flipped his car. Oh, he's just had. Oh, that was awkward. That's an awkward way to let GTEs through. So we got the guy with the bent wing. How is this car still running? He did like 2 barrel rolls. Anyway, here's 4th. On board with me in 3rd. So my goal here was just to keep up with these guys, because they were quicker. I think in the quali times, I think they were a good half-second quicker. So what I think I noticed, oh, car crashed down the left. I guarantee you that was like oversteer. Let's have a little look. It's really easy to get oversteer out of this corner when you come. Oh, okay. Nope. Right here, when you come over this crest, you have to like really be progressive with the throttle, because it will just dump you over into this. At least he kept out of the wall. On board with 4th place.
The gap behind is now 0.5.
GTE's running real close. This corner is also pretty tricky, but once you get it, once you understand it, it's pretty simple. But it's one of those corners that does catch you flat sometimes. Looks like this GTE is going to have a little look. I wouldn't go for that gap. Oh, another little crash over here. Let's have a little look here. What happened here? Was this like a... Oh. Tell you what looks really great for replay. Sometimes you can get so close to this wall, it looks mad. Anyway, just what happened here? I think he spun before I think he was spinning before he even touched him. Yeah. I think he got a bit surprised by the closing speed here. Tried to maybe jab the brakes, broke traction on the rear end, started to spin, and then just gave this guy a little tap. It just sent them both round. Did he keep out the wall? Yes, I think he did. This is a corner that's really important to get the power in as early as you can. Any corner of a straight after it. All about that power. Back on board. Pretty tricky corner this. Sometimes you just nail it, sometimes you just...
What do you doing?
This is a corner I struggled with quite a lot. I felt like my line was... I feel like I never once took this corner the same way. Ever in a race. Such a strange corner. I don't know why it's so strange.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 39 Celsius.
Looks like P1 just made a slight mistake. P2 right on top of him. Again, I was trying just to keep up these guys. They were really quick. This is a nice corner. If you can keep that tight and get on the power early.
The gap to Lewis in front is now 1.0
What's in my
seconds.
position?
Wait for the curb here. Really want to try and hit that curb as well. I'm just trying to stay with him. Instant here. Cars, GTEs coming together. Lots of weaving. So this... What happened here? They just didn't... it's kind of weird. This guy's... So, yeah. I think it's... This is like... 6 of one, half a dozen the other. This guy's kind of just driving down the middle, and this guy probably thinks he's over here, so they just... Yeah, I'd say that's a racing incident. It's a bit of a shame that the Porsche got collected. He saw this happening ahead. What was he? Oh my god. So he was having a wobble. I don't know why. Why didn't he just? Not quite sure why he didn't just go straight down here. Have a GTE up behind me. It's not worth. I think I was at the point where I knew these guys are quick and they're pulling away. I really did not want to give this place, but it's just not worth fighting. Alongside, but I'm pretty sure that see, yeah, I just dropped him behind as soon as I got a slipstream. And I'm pretty sure I remember this moment actually, because in the race I dropped in behind him and I couldn't see anything. Let's just play it and just see. I couldn't see nothing. There you go. I had to pull out just to see where the brake marker
Ryan,
was.
give me position.
Just right on board a little bit through the crest.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 42 Celsius.
I think I go wide here to let another GTE through. It's the guy with the busted wing. So this is another. So I had lost a bit of time here. I'd lost that draft that I was kind of maintaining. This guy was on me through this corner. So he's trying to catch this guy. I figured it just wasn't worth me fighting that, so I just let him go on the inside. Again, it's a horrible place to let someone through. I lost so much time, but I really just didn't feel like it was worth fighting that guy or trying to go through the whole lap and wait until the straights to let him through. So coming on to lap 5. This is a tricky corner. Like I usually brake after the 200, and you can get a lot of time if you just trail brake in, get the nose in, and go. That was actually pretty well taken. But it's a corner that has a lot more grip than you think. A lot of times you think you're understeering me or not. Do I let this guy go through? He's pretty close. I think I do. Yeah, he holds a tight line. Let him go. It looks like there was an overtake. So this is the guy who got flipped. So what happened here? So this guy flipped this guy and he's through. Wow, there you go. That's a nice recovery for that guy. He flipped him and he's back. We'll go on board through this the back section. As you come down the hill, you want to brake early enough that you can get a nice exit run out here, so you can get on the power nice and early. 3rd gear all the way over the crest. Sometimes you might need to have a half lift over if your line is a bit weird or you're carrying a bit of weird speed. If you come out at the wrong angle, maybe, because you really want to aim. You don't want to, if you come over the crest, you do not want to be coming over here. You want to be a little bit to the left so you can use the apex in the corner. Soon, and you got to brake early here. You got to brake much earlier than you think. Got to brake like here. Don't think I took this one that well, but actually I did. That was actually a pretty nice line. I actually did pretty well on that corner. See, that's quite a risky move though. Usually for this corner I would be over here. I would probably come in the corner and I'd be along here. I would not advise hitting that curb. Maybe for a quali lap, something mad, but for a race it's not worth the risk of trying to brake that late that you push out here. But made it stick that time, but a little bit lucky I feel like. We're going to come to the wall on the right. Brake before the 200. Let it roll in. If you can use the brakes to turn in, that's great. Another corner here where you can brake later than you think. You can kind of brake just before the crest, roll it in, and you can take quite a late apex. I was a bit too tight here because take a late apex, you get on the power and cut the curve on the left, and try and straighten it out on the right. I didn't do it that well that time, but that's racing.
The gap behind is now 2.4 seconds.
Oh, I remember this. So this guy was first. So this is my GT3 class. This is second. This is first. It looks like first place. Outbroke himself and just didn't even attempt to turn. To be honest, he took a very wide line. Tried to get like a cutback and just get on the power super early, but there was a GT right there, and he just cuts across the front of him. How bad do you feel for this guy? He got flipped to turn 1, and then to turn 2, and then turn 2, lap 6. He's been absolutely mullered again. Oh, oh shit! Oh man, hold on. How did that look? I remember this, and I was like, what the? Let's have a look from the my cockpit view just to get what it was like at the time. Come around the corner. He's on his ring. Everyone avoiding this, just absolute chaos. That might be the thumbnail for the video right there. Oh, so this was the guy who was in 4th, but that's me ahead. This is the guy behind me. I think he was about a second and a half, 2 seconds behind me. 2 seconds behind me at this point, and it looks like he had a. Oh, he just didn't. He didn't. It's like he wasn't looking ahead at all. Like, wait. Oh no, so Ricardo is actually driving him down the road. Oh no. Oh no. What a... This is why, so he would have had a yellow flag, so that's one thing to consider. There's a yellow flag, and he would have seen his relative, and he might have potentially seen that there was absolute chaos ensuing, but yeah, he didn't have much choice there, to be honest. Fair play. So in that exchange, I went from 3rd to 2nd, and I gained about a 5-second lead over 3rd.
Thank you very much.
I think that might be sarcasm. So where are we now? We're in 2nd. First place, I'll say it now, he's much faster than me on the day. He's currently 1st. He's got a good. What is this? Let's have a look. He's coming across the line.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 44 Celsius. Lewis is now in the lead.
That's a 6-second lead, right? Sure. So that's a pretty eventful first 7 laps of the race. On board with Lewis again, George Lewis. I think at this point he had maybe pulled another. This is lap 11. He's probably pulled another few seconds. I think he was a good 8-9 seconds ahead. He was much quicker than me. He does make a mistake here. Absolutely gets beached out on the grass. I didn't notice till I came into this corner, and I see him. I start seeing him, and I'm like, oh, look at the relative, and he's only 4 seconds ahead. I think he was at this point, maybe 5, maybe still 5. So now I'm thinking, oh, I've actually got a chance here, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So this is the thing. I see him, and I see that he's quicker than me, but he made no mistake. So I start putting in some pretty good laps. As you can see, I was doing 22, 22, 22. I see that relative just dropped in like half his distance, and I just pump out 21s. So I really got the hammer down for the next sort of like 5-6 laps. I never know whether to take that corner in 2nd or 3rd. I usually when I'm in a race, I'm a bit more edgy and I go for third, close to the wall on the right. Grab the apex, get on the pump as early as you dare. Down a second, I broke a bit early there. It's better to run that corner out wider to the left and then get kind of like cut back a little bit and get a sharper, faster exit. That last corner is actually a nightmare for quali because if you run out on the curb, you can invalidate your lap like 2 meters before the finish line because the curb kind of ends quite soon. I feel like the curb ends a little bit sooner than the racing line kind of wants you to end it. So if you're qualifying, watch out for that last curb. It ends quite abruptly with curbs on this track. The only thing you need to worry about at mid and high really is just getting on the power too early. I don't even know if it's good to cut that curb, but I do. I take a pretty strange line from here. I hold it tight on the left, get on the power early. That's a corner right there where you can bin it quite early. I'm not sure when the pit window is, but again, that's a brutal corner. But once you get used to it, if your car setup is stable through there, it's much more easy to push and race. Come around again, get close to the wall right. So close. You have to get another angle of that. It's just so cool. That was better. I got a better exit. Oh no, I oversteered it. I was going to say I got on the power early then, but no, I just oversteered. So ruined that. So we're well over halfway in the race now. We're on lap 21, coming into the back section, trying to get a good exit. I checked my relative, and here he is. Here's P1. Wasn't sure what he was trying to do, but I just about got ahead of him. Come out of the corner. Let's have a look at what happened to him coming into the last turn. Did he touch the grass? Oh no! How can we get some like cool left rear suspension, slow motion? Oh, there you go. Spins it. He managed to keep it out of the wall. It looks like he's standing the race. I really don't know why he reversed back onto the racetrack here. I would have probably just gone forward and turned left. Really bizarre. Back on the power. And I get into first. And just bear in mind that I think I was 4 seconds behind and he had pulled again. He made a mistake. I was 4 seconds behind. I think he pulled back another 6 or 8 seconds. And then I managed to get in front of him. So we were getting close to the pit stops here. So all I need to do now is defend for a few laps, get in the pits, and then see where we are after that. He's having a little look down the inside. I didn't feel the need to go defensive. He wasn't that close coming into the corner. I didn't defend it. Felt like it was fine. There we go. Defending it is a faster car. This is a hard track to overtake on, to be fair. It's so one car goes through at a time, especially through this whole section here. You can't fit 2 cars through here. Looks like I smashed over the grass on that right-hander, over the kink. He's having a look, he's filling my mirrors. I'm just going to ignore it.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 39 Celsius.
Track temperature dropped. Do we pit this lap? Yes, we do. In the pits we go.
Watch your speed. Engage the limiter.
It could have taken a little bit more speed, but
100 meters.
better than nothing.
50 meters.
So we put in about 25.
There's traffic behind.
meters
Keep your wits about you.
I actually have it written down now.
The leader, Lewis, is
because I
pitting.
do IMSA and DRS, I get confused how much fuel I actually need to add because I run the same car. So let's see where we come out. Here is P2. Where are we? There we go. Straight back into the lead. That was a close one. Look, we literally the gap was the same as when we must have taken the exact same fuel and had the exact same pit stop. Does he let this guy through on the inside? He's kind of holding it around the outside. Yes, he does. I'm sure he's not that slow. He's quicker, so he knows he'll reel me in. It's just a matter of time.
Well done, Luke. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, they've got a lot more aero. The GTE, so cornering there much better. Oh, guy's binned it out into the last turn. I'll have a look what happened to that guy. Let's just go have a look what happened to that guy. He comes to the last turn. Oh, the tank slapper. He's got a Marlboro skin, which is pretty cool. I think I let him by on one of these streets because there's absolutely no point fighting him. There we go, just lift off. George right behind me. I need 0.2. Roll on board, maybe. He's following the hammer. Defending a little bit. He's having a look on the inside. It's not going to work, mate. Shut the door. Very close racing. See what that from when you're watching it from behind like this, that Mercedes looks bloody stable. It doesn't feel stable to drive. So we'll just pause it here because there is a little thing coming up. He's got a run on me over the kink, coming into the right-hander where you close to the wall. I hold the inside, and he just drives into me. I don't even. Because if we look at the lines, I don't really know. I don't know where he was trying to go. I mean, I pretty much just. I'm on the curb the whole way around here. Literally just drives into me. I don't know what he was doing. But he loses probably about a few seconds at least. But it's not really a problem for this guy. He is good. What kind of lap times are we looking at for George? I mean, look at this guy. Yeah, so 21, 21, 20, like low 20. He can do low 21s. His fastest lap was a 21.0. And if you look at me, what am I doing? 21, 21, 22, 20. Yeah, even here, 21, 22, 22. So he's reeled me in. We're starting lap 27. He's soon to be much closer. Probably not going to be for another lap until he gets by, unless I make a mistake. But I don't usually make that many mistakes. Oh my god, it's like commentator's curse, isn't it? As soon as I say that, oversteer boy. I almost went into the barrier, but there he saw an opportunity and he went for it. And I didn't think he was going to go, and I almost turned into him, but I backed out of it, as you can see. But yeah, so that's the move. Bit cheeky, opportunist, so good move. I could have easily taken him out because he wasn't on my right when I started turning in, and it was just, you know, that sudden car on the right, and you're like, oh shit, turn left. On lap 29, so there was a thing here with this GTE where he was behind me for like, Anderson, do you want to get by? I asked him if he wanted to get by. He literally was sitting behind me like this for like
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
2 laps, 3 laps, and I'm like, I didn't understand why he just didn't overtake me out of the corner, out of the onto the 2 straights. And it was weird because he was like he wanted to overtake, but then when he had chances to, he just didn't. So I don't know if he was just kind of wanting to sit behind me and run out his race or not, but we've got maybe like 4 laps left in this race. And it's quite annoying to have this guy fill in the mirrors. We're not even racing each other. I think there we go. So I'll take a wide line and just let him go. Drop him behind. That is pretty close. I think I pulled out to the left just to be able to see what the hell was going on. I know back off. So this is us bringing it home right now. So started third, brought it home in second. Pretty crazy race. We avoided some pretty nasty wrecks, but pretty happy to bring it home. Not that good at Mid Ohio. It was a pretty small race, but pretty fun. And there you go. That's second place. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you have any feedback, let me know. And I look forward to seeing you next one. Bye.